Today we're going to be doing a video on the black powder rifle. This thing is quite incredible and it replaces the harpoon gun, which is pretty poor in comparison. This one specifically is a bloodied, fast to reload, and I do wish it does have bullets explode, but I do wish that it had bashing damage just to show off the big, massive bayonet on the end of this thing. This thing tears up targets. The bayonet itself is an impossible task to get. It's like probably has like a 0.0002% chance of dropping in vendors, and they're in most of the Raider vendors. This thing's incredible. If I were to recommend a role for this, it'd probably be instigating, bullets explode, faster reload speed. But if you're wanting to do the bash damage like I am, then you can run that. But it's going to be very costly trying to find a black powder bayonet mod because there is no plan. Basher is optional. That's just my play style. I really like it because it kind of makes you feel like you're actually using the weapon as it's intended. But not a lot of people are open to the fact that bashing damage might be pretty good. I've seen nobody talk about it. I think I'm the only person that uses it. But it's really good for resilience because, you know, you can break their health down with, the range tactic and then follow up with a stab. And this one definitely has a stab to back it up. And it's got that aura. It's a Yankee Doodle all the way. This thing, the puff of smoke that it leaves, it sends it home. I mean, who cares about DPS? Really, who cares? Nobody wants DPS. It might not be the most realistic of weapons, especially in this game. It does a little wonky animation with the hammer when you're interacting with someone, but that's Todd. You gotta embrace it. And I gotta say, this thing one-taps most of the time. It depends on what targets you're fighting. Most, Protectrons, sometimes Assaultrons. It can land it sometimes. It's a little iffy on how much damage it deals with the first shot. But I guess if I have a bloodied one, so maybe if it was instigating, it would do a little bit more damage, 100% more damage while they're full health. And you usually, if you're engaging on them and, solo, that probably would be the best one because you don't have to worry about anybody else tagging them and then taking that bonus away from you. Now, using it on, bigger targets like a Behemoth or Deathclaw, it tears through them pretty good. And I can't stress enough how much of a puff of smoke that this thing leaves behind. It covers your screen. I'm not gonna lie. It covers your screen. And I guess it doesn't matter if you can't follow up with a second shot. But then again, I mean, it's still cool. I mean, you got your whole screen covered up. That's the best.
What's the meaning of this? Sweet baby Jones! What the heck is going on?
You might think I'm real cool traipsing through here with my big old blunderbuss, but they're ghouls, and I can't follow up with a good attack, so this happens.
Weird that a lot of niggas don't like me, but I don't care.
I mean, if you see anybody in the wasteland with this bad boy, okay, tip your hat, because anybody that is willing to sacrifice the DPS, oh my DPS, just step aside, because this thing, it's got what's packing. This thing is unstoppable. And it's pretty awkward against, you know, high-level ghouls, but it can take down some low levels pretty quick.
Hello there.
I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't handle this, okay? I don't think anybody could, especially with the given parameters of how this weapon works. Sadly, you can't get the 50 caliber ball ammo from ground loot, so you're gonna have to craft it. The part where this weapon excels in is fighting against mutants because they're so high health. It's kind of going to take a whole magazine anyway with just about any fixer or, well, sometimes it depends on, you know, your build, of course, but it's really good against mutants because it's one shot reload pretty quickly, especially with having faster reload and ground pounder equipped. Again, the weapon's not terrible. It holds its own against, you know, bigger targets, especially with behemoths, super mutants, and most of the time scorch beasts. It can take down scorch beasts pretty quickly if you know, of course, have faster reload. That's where this thing's pinnacle at. The weapon recommendation, it's probably going to be like 65%, just because the bayoneted mod, and you're going to have to get faster reload on this thing. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.